with dealing with everything we have to do with, look, if we finally beat Medicare.
Thank you, President Biden. President Trump?
Well, he's right. He did beat Medicare. He beat it to death, and he's destroying Medicare because all of these people are coming in. They're putting them on Medicare. They're putting them on...
What he's done to people is a disgrace. And I hope he loses for two reasons. Number one, Mike DeWine he's going to be a great governor, and Cordray, a bad person who will do a terrible job. Okay. Now that I have that out of my system, let's go back. It's true. That's true. He's a bad person. Republicans we actually essentially fired him. So, I know a lot about him. You're fired. Republicans have created the best economy in the history of our country. And
How do you like my garbage truck? This truck is an honor of Kamala and Joe Biden. And Joe Biden should be ashamed of himself if he knows what he's even doing.
And crooked Joe Biden finally said what he and Kamala really think of our supporters. He called them garbage. No way. No way. 250 million Americans are not garbage.
Argument is that you bought yourself some time. You didn't use it to prepare hospitals. You didn't use it to ramp up testing. Right now,
You're so disgraceful.
Unemployed.
It's so disgraceful the way you say that. Look. You know you're a fake. You know that. Your whole network, the way you cover it, is fake. And most of you, and not all of you, but the people are wise to you. That's why you have a lower approval rating than you've ever had before, times probably 3.
some wonderful leaders of countries, presidents, prime ministers, kings, queens, some dictators, but we don't mention that. The first thing they say to me is, congratulations, Mr. President. You have the hottest economic nation anywhere in the world. Congratulations.
Give it a shot.
Governor Cuomo, as you played in that clip, has indeed praised a lot of what the federal government has done, but he...
No, excuse me. He didn't say a lot. He said we did a phenomenal job. He didn't say a lot. He didn't say you did a good job on ventilators, but nothing else. No, he said we did a phenomenal job. So report accurately, because you are one of the most inaccurate reporters. And those people have been just absolutely excoriated by some of the fake news, like you. You're CNN, you're fake news. And let me just tell you, they were excoriated by people like you that don't know any better, because you don't have the brains you were born with. Encouraged Russia from going in. I'll tell you what happened. He was so bad with Afghanistan. It was such a horrible embarrassment, most embarrassing moment in the history of our country, that when Putin watched that and he saw the incompetence, that he should have fired those generals, like I fired the one that you mentioned. And so he's got no love lost, but he should have fired those generals. No general got fired for the most embarrassing moment in the history of our country, Afghanistan, where we left billions of dollars of equipment behind. We lost 13 beautiful soldiers, and 38 soldiers were obliterated. And by the way, we left people behind too. We left American citizens behind. When Putin saw that, he said, you know what? I think we're going to go in and maybe take this was his dream.
They're all leaving. Now they're all coming back, folks. They're all coming back. Just like I said, but I did mislead you in one way, and I apologize. I didn't know we could do it this fast. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't know we could do it this quickly. It's gone very quickly. If I would have said that out on the campaign trail, I would have been greeted with the worst headlines. They would have said, how dare he make those statements? But what we've done in less than 2 years, no president or administration in its first 2 years has done anywhere near what this administration has done. And they know.
On the total initiative relative to what we can do with more Border Patrol and more asylum officers.
President Trump?
I really don't know what he said at the end of that sentence. I don't think he knows what he said either. Look, We had the safest border in the history of our country. They sent her to negotiate peace before this war started. 3 days later, he went in and he started the war because everything they said was weak and stupid. They said the wrong things. That war should have never started. She was the emissary. They sent her in to negotiate with Zelensky and Putin, and she did. And the war started 3 days later. It's a very big topic. Take a look at all the crime that's being committed. Go take a look at it.
The research says the crime does not match what you're saying. The research, the Pew research, which is independent, says.
Don't be naive. You're a very naive person.
The Pew research says that there are, for immigrants on the whole,
Come on, try getting it out. Try getting it out.
I'll get it out.
I mean, I don't know if you're going to put this on television, but you don't even know what you're talking about. Try getting it out. Go ahead.
Immigrants commit less crime than U.S.-born citizens. Okay. There are less immigrants in our jails than.
You know what? Number one, I disagree with it. Number two, whether it's true or not, illegal immigrants. I'm talking about illegal immigrants. I'm not talking about immigrants. I'm talking about illegal immigrants. I'm an immigrant. You're an immigrant. We're all immigrants.
Illegal immigrants.
I didn't call you. Okay, question? Yeah, go ahead. Sure. She's shocked that I picked her. No. She's like in a state of shock.
I'm not thinking, Mr.
That's
President.
okay. I know you're not thinking. You never do.
I'm sorry?
No, go ahead. I didn't know she was black until a number of years ago when she happened to turn black, and now she wants to be known as black. In Springfield, they're eating the dogs, the people that came in. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets of the people that live there. And this is what's happening in our country, and it's a shame. She did things that nobody would ever think of. Now she wants to do transgender operations on illegal aliens that are in prison. This is a radical left liberal that would do this. She wants to confiscate your guns, and she will never allow fracking in Pennsylvania. They sent her.
We're scared, though. I guess nearly 200 dead, 14,000 who are sick, millions, as you witnessed, who are scared right now. What do you say to Americans who are watching you right now who are scared?
I say that you're a terrible reporter. That's what I say. Okay. Go ahead. You know, they say when you do this kind of an event, you always start out with a self-deprecating joke. Some people think this would be tough for me, but the truth is, how many cases were in the United States when I did my band? How many people had died in the United States?
You acknowledge that you didn't think.
Keep your voice down, please. Keep your voice down.
Do you want him to rein in Robert Mueller?
What a stupid question that is. What a stupid question. But I watch you a lot. You ask a lot of stupid questions.
You didn't let me ask my question.
You've been asking a question for 10 minutes. So please sit down.
The argument is that you bought your.
You said repeatedly that you think that some of the equipment that governors are requesting, they don't actually need. You said New York might not need 30,000. You said it on Sean Hannity's Fox News. You said
You know,
that
why don't you people act? Let me ask you.
You said
why
some
don't you
states-
act? Why don't you act in a little more positive? It's always trying to
My
get
question to you is-
get you. And you know what? That's why nobody trusts the media anymore.
My
That's
question
why
to you is,
people-
how is that going to
Excuse
impact?
me, you didn't hear me. That's why you used to work for the Times and now you work for somebody else. Look, let me tell you something. Be nice. Don't
Mr.
be
President, my
threatening.
question
Don't
is-
be threatening. The truth is, I'm actually a modest person, very modest. It's true. In fact, many people tell me that modesty is perhaps my best quality. Even better than my temperament. You know, Cardinal Dolan and I have some things in common.
And hundreds of
You know
miles
what?
away.
I
That's
think
not an
you
invasion.
should, honestly, I think you should let me run the country. You run CNN.
All right.
And if you did it well, your ratings
Let
would
me
be
ask,
much
if
better.
I may
Okay,
ask
that's
one other
enough.
question, Mr. President, if I may ask
Peter,
one
go
other
ahead.
question, are you worried?
That's
Hillary
enough.
Clinton as a president. If she wins the nomination,
I
she
think
takes the
Hillary
White
would be
House.
a terrible president. She was the worst Secretary of State in the history of our nation. Why would she be a good president? I think she'd be a terrible president.
She says you're too divisive on immigration. The Republican Party is too divisive on immigration.
Hillary is weak on immigration. I may be divisive on immigration, but she's weak on immigration, which is far worse. Hillary, really great to be with you again. We love it. Governor Cuomo, great senators. Hi, Chuck. He used to love me when I was a Democrat, you know.
losing more cases every day?
Well, they're losing their lives everywhere in the world. And maybe that's a question you should ask China. Don't ask me, ask China that question, okay? When you ask them that question, you may get a very unusual answer. Yes, behind you, please.
Sir, why are you saying that to me specifically?
I'm telling you, I'm not saying it specifically to anybody. I'm saying it to anybody that would ask a nasty question.